Now let's see different sensors. The first one is proximity sensor, which is used to measure the distance and all. The rain sensors, when rainwater falls on it, it will sense. And heartbeat sensor, uh, infrared sensors as a transmitter. Infrared sensor is a reflector. Touch sensor. So once we touch it, it will be says mainly used in bikes and cars and all. Humidity sensor, if there is a humidity range, particular range, it will sense it. PIR sensors, where it detects the motion. And water flow sensors. Water flow sensor, you know it in our water tanks and all, you can use it. And then IR receiver, here also have shown one type here, IR receiver. And photo transistor, which is existing here. Then gyroscopic means for the distance measurement and all. Soil moisture sensors used here. Soil moisture sensors. Ultrasonic sensors. And then thermistors, LDRs. You will be very familiar with it. When light falls on it, it will be generally used for dark light sensing and all. If darkness is there, it will make the circuit to glow light. Smoke sensors, and then gas sensors, alcohol sensors, which our traffic police will be using, and the color sensor, likewise the temperature sensor here, the temperature sensor. So these are the different types of sensors existing. And now let's see how it is used for our robotics. So now the categories of sensors. The first one is status sensors, environmental sensors, quality control sensors, safety sensors, work cell sensors. Status sensors are the main primary use of the sensors on a robot is to sense the position, velocity, acceleration, and or torque force at each joint of manipulator for position and motion control. These sensors are essential part of basic or internal closed loop control systems and are called internal sensors or the status sensors. The status sensors are called as internal sensors. And then internal sensors give feedback on the status of the manipulator itself. The degree of accuracy of manipulator depends on the resolution and accuracy of internal sensors. It should be, these type of sensors should be low cost so that we can use more. Next, environment sensors. These sensors are called as external sensors. So mainly for extract feature of object in the work cell or surrounding environment of robot. This information is utilized by computer controlled to modify or adapt to give situations. If, for example, if the robot process several types of different parts, each require different sequence of actions by robot, such as adjusting gripper orientation or applying the exact gripping force, must determine the required parameter for each part. Sensors for these functions are generally placed in an environment of robot or external to the manipulator and are called external or environmental sensor, as I already told you. One of the example of it is wrist force torque sensors, which can be mounted on the cameras near the wrist. So on the wrist to see the part of the work cell before gripping it. It helps to identify what it is gripping. So the external sensors would be used to perform any of the following. That is, let me list out: to detect the presence of workpiece, determination of position and or orientation of workpiece, and of objects to be articulated or other objects present in the work cell. The workpiece identification, determination of workpiece, properties such as size, shape, and so on. Detect, identify obstacles in the environment and provide information about their shape, location, speed, and so on. Detect, identify obstacles in the environment and provide information about their size, shape, location, speed, and so on. And it will be providing information about manipulator, environment interaction, force, and torque. It provides information about environmental variables such as temperature, humidity, and so on. Determination of a position and orientation of end effector. End effectors are nothing but just like fingers for the robots. Joints and links of manipulator. Links of manipulator. Manipulator is the hand for a robot. Another important sensing method is the vision system that might be deployed to find as part, location, and orientation, size, and shape, and many other properties will be discussed. Now, the next one is the quality control sensors. Quality control sensors are mainly used. Quality control sensors are mainly used for detecting the quality of the end products. So it will perform by collecting the statistical sampling basis during manual inspection techniques. So using these type of sensors, we can check the quality of the products in a bulk. So it permits nearly 100% of inspection of the products. For example, of some soap case or soap molds or chocolate molds or food items baked. If any defects in shape is there, it will identify it and drop them out of the array. So these type of any failure products can be detected, and such sensors come under quality control sensors. Example for it, you might have seen in Discovery Channel, they might have shown you. Now the main parts required for this type is computer vision, some supervision camera should be there, ultrasonic, sonic, or any other sensors can be used for inspection. Vision system can provide a large variety of information about workpiece in addition to its position and orientation. So vision system, it tells you the color, faded or correct color combinations and all. Imaging of the product is very important here. So it also comes under quality control sensors. The next sensor is safety sensor. The safety sensor, it is very important for big companies where fire hazards will take place because of some negligence of the workers or conditions applied when the equipment is not maintained properly or something like that. So these type of sensors will be used in such cases, which provides the safety for the workers and other equipment in the working environment. The manipulator itself will have these sensors actually. If there is a power failures, all the links of the manipulator may fail to zero gravity position instantaneously. So this may injure the human beings in the vicinity or may damage the equipment or the manipulator itself. To sense such power failures and apply brake to prevent the uncontrolled failures of the links due to gravity, the safety sensors will be used. The next one is work cell sensors. Work cell sensors are mainly used to monitor the sequencing of the work done. So it provides an interlocking between one process to the other process. If there is any delay between the one process, immediately the next process should stop. So for detecting or for monitoring such things, work cell sensors are used. So for example, a part must arrive on the conveyor belt before the gripper manipulator can pick it. So if the product is not arriving on the conveyor belt before the gripper comes, it is waste. So unnecessarily we are wasting time there and energy over there. So it should sync when the product comes in the conveyor belt, the gripper should go there and grip it. So that is the main use of work cell control sensors here. These sensors may also be used to detect and solve the interlocking in work cell.
I thank all of you for watching
Now
this video.